10th of Jan already, eh? Oh, where's time going on? Start the video, having to navigate these freaking big old puddles. Yeah. Wet foot. January 10th. I tell you what, we had such a mild Christmas, didn't we? If you're in the UK, I'm not exactly Bear Grylls, am I, eh? Yeah, let's see if we can. Blimey, that's deep. No more of them. I think we've got a clear path here. What do you think? Let us go. Jan 10th, we had such a mild Christmas if you're in the UK, didn't we? What was it, like 9-10 degrees, something like that, over the Christmas period. Had a bit of a cold. Started a few days before Christmas, actually. Still feel, not 100% actually, and I'm, exercise and vitamins and doing all the right stuff. Anyway, we'll get back onto that. And now we're having this cold snap, aren't we? The fleece is on, the coat's on, and the hat is back. Yeah! Woo! It's like what, it's been getting to like -4, -5. So definitely a cold snap. Who's ready for the climate fear mongering, eh? Yes, that most definitely is change, but to be expected, eh? And saying that, I'd imagine a lot of it is pretty normal too. Anyway, like I say, let's not keep digressing. Small talk over as I plot my path. We've got a small trail. Should we do it? Yeah. Like I say, it's not exactly in the wilderness, is it, eh? Get a grip, boy! Get a grip. Why? Because I'll tell you exactly why. Because it's worth it. What is? Nature, my friends. Nature is worth it. I've had to remind myself once again as I just nearly freaking fell over a stump. Hey, stop complaining. These things are here. It's all nature. It's all natural. It's you that is coming onto nature, not the other way around. Didn't sound right, did it? Nature is so worth it. I had to remind myself how important it all is as well. To detach, to get back into just taking a bit of time for yourself as much as anything else. Take a bit of time, detach yourself, go back to nature. Because speaking to people, I don't know about you personally, but speaking to people, so many people are saying stuff like, I just feel absolutely exhausted. I feel absolutely knackered. And you know, I had a good rest up over the festive period. I didn't do much. Ate, drank, but definitely rested. And I still feel absolutely knackered. I just don't understand why. I've actually been getting more sleep than I usually do. What's this about? This, my friend, is soul fatigue. Soul fatigue. See, soul fatigue is the type of fatigue, the type of tiredness that you cannot cure with sleep. No matter how much sleep, no matter how much rest you get, soul fatigue is a whole different ballgame. And it is exactly what it says on the tin. So many of us, and I know a number of you watching this, will very much be able to resonate with this, but a lot of you especially a lot of you watching this, will do things like follow current affairs. You will be aware. You might have extra sensitivity to your environment and your surroundings, which wouldn't surprise me. And if that is the case, then all of this has a tendency of zapping your energy. All of it has a tendency of taking a little bit away from you. Just think of that, about that, like a jigsaw. You know, a piece being taken away, a piece, another piece, another piece. Another problem is presented to you. Another disaster story in the media. Something else that, oh, you know, I was just dealing with that and now this comes up. A lot of this also, of course, comes from other people. Mostly comes from other people. Trying to deal with problems connected to people that you know, and you deal with something and then something else comes along, right? All these are jigsaw pieces being taken away. Well, that's lovely, look at that. I don't know if the camera can pick that up actually. I'd like to walk towards this. It's the sun. The sun really does want to come out, is what you can tell. You know, when it ain't so cloudy, like this kind of mist, you can kind of tell that the sun really does want to come out. And when it does, it's glorious. Certainly less cold. Soul fatigue, my friends, think of it as a little bit like a puzzle. You're the puzzle and the piece is just being taken away. How do you put those pieces back together? How do you make sure you don't lose too many pieces? How do you fix that soul fatigue? Well, as I mentioned, what the doc might say, not being a health professional, is you know, get some rest, rest it up, rest easy. You know what, walking towards this, it's so beautiful, but it's actually might be a little bit too bright. So let's take a Bear Grylls detour into woods, see if we can see any exotic snakes or lizards there. The doc might say get some rest, rest up, just, you know, go to bed, get some more hours, Kip. I don't know, might not say that, but generally the common sense view might be to just get some more rest, rest up, rest easy. And yet, like I said earlier, it just never seems to fix the problem, never seems to fix the issue, because soul fatigue is something completely different. Soul fatigue is your environment taking bits from you. Soul fatigue is being sensitive to your environment. Soul fatigue is being sensitive and empathic about other people. This is where soul fatigue comes from. And you have to detach. Only way to overcome something like soul fatigue is to detach. And here we are. Because nature is so often the cure. Nature is so often the cure all, no matter what the weather, no matter what's going on. Nature is so often the answer. Try it. When you feel like, you know, I mentioned earlier about, you know, I just felt like I've had this bit of a cold and so many other people have had something similar. I think there's some real horrible dirtiness going about, viruses and bugs and all this sort of stuff, which is completely normal. And for so many people, it's, you know, made them bedbound and made them really ill. It's not done that to me. It's just been this quite annoying thing that I'm shifting it. It's gone. You know, it's going. I'd say I'm 85, 90% there. But for so many people, it's, you know, it's put them in bed and what have you, and you know, I won't have that. But of course, you know, you've got to look after yourself, exercise, the right vitamins, all the, you know, diet, all the rest of it. You know the bits. Yeah, got to do all that. But what you got to do, you've got to look after your soul fatigue. Be mindful, be aware when it's hitting you, and know what it is, know what you've got to do. Because if you don't deal with it properly, by thinking that you're going to deal with it with rest, then it's just going to continue to linger until how it manifests through with lots of people is it stuff like exploding, having like a just an absolute burst of anger. That's just one small example of how when something builds up like soul fatigue, it manifests and comes out in many different ways. Anger is definitely one of them. Illness is, of course, the big other, right? But detach. What do I mean by that? We can't, obviously, you know, let's use some common sense here. It's not always easy just to say, hey, you know, they're going to detach from life, detach from work, detach from everything that's going on. You know, we've got jobs, we've got money, we've got families. It's a mindset detachment as much as anything else. And that's why nature can play its part. Because the solution could just be going for a walk. I don't want this to sound all fluffy and cliche, but I mean it. And the keys to this, the things to remember about doing something like a walk, go on your own. Spend time with yourself. Ask yourself questions. Again, many people might argue that detachment is also about switching off thoughts and things like meditation. I wouldn't argue with that. Again, it's all down to personal preference. My preference, rather than doing that and sitting in a quiet room not thinking, is to get out and in a way continue to take action so I know things are still moving forward. That is always and will be an important thing for me. So it's kind of two birds, one stone scenario. Get out and you detach by detaching to your usual environment. It's probably the best way to look at it. And the quickest and easiest way to achieve that is through, of course, nature. Soul fatigue, my friends. Soul fatigue. Remember, it's the 10th of Jan already. Time is indeed flying. Yes, there are going to continue to be problems. Life is going to throw them at you. Yes, the media is going to continue to throw a load of disasters at you. And impending doom, of course. Oh, hey! There you go. I nearly had a problem with falling on my arse. That was slippy. Yes, you're going to fall over every now and again. I haven't drank in a while either. That's something else. Might touch base about that later. In another video, perhaps. Dry January. But yeah, I don't like stuff like that. It's all gimmicky, isn't it? It's do what you want, when it feels right. Rather than going on these gimmicks that just don't work eventually anyway. As I said, look, let's not digress again. That's another video, perhaps. This one is that focal point on soul fatigue. Hey, feel tired? No matter how much rest you get, detach. Nature. Give it a go. You have a great day. Ta-ta.